Hello, everyone. So we're happy to be here with you today. I'm Andrea Aguilar,
Hi everyone, I'm Kevin Vargas, and it is a pleasure for us to be here.
and today we're going to be discussing about YouTube as an educational tool. How are you, Kevin?
I'm doing great. Thank you so much. How are you today?
I'm fine, and I'm excited to talk about this interesting tool that we can use in our classrooms. Are you ready to start?
Yes, of course, I am ready to start to know about more about YouTube as an educational tool.
Okay, so Kevin, as you know, in the digital era, the one that we are living right now, so YouTube has become a very important educational tool for teachers and students. And as you know, YouTube has a huge variety of videos that we can use for different subjects. It offers a unique way to engage learners, and we can adapt the videos to the different learning styles. And today we're going to see how we can use as educators how we can use this tool in a very effective way, and what are like some tips that we need to consider in order to implement it better. So let's start discussing about the first question, and it says, how do you use YouTube in your lessons? Can you tell me a little about it?
Yes, of course. Thank you so much. In this case, how do I use YouTube in my lessons? In this case, I would say that, for example, when it comes to teaching English, I can use for different educational videos related to the topic, which is English, as I mentioned before. So I integrate different videos. It is going to be depending on the topic. Let's say about the simple present tense. So as educator, we have to watch the video and analyze the accuracy of the information in the video so I can integrate these videos to my lessons. And as you were mentioning, it is going to be depending on the learning styles of the students. Let's say that students who like watching or looking at different uh, visual images, or they are more auditory learners. So these videos are very important because we can provide them this visual and multimedia content. So it is going to be engaging, and it is going to enrich our lessons. And now, could you tell me, how do you use YouTube in your lessons?
Well, Kevin, let me tell you that I use them in different ways. One of them is that I use some videos for the warm up activities. Something that I like doing is to do or use Zumba videos. Okay, so because I like that my students dance at the beginning of the lessons. That's one way how I use it. Another way is that I use some videos in order to introduce the topic. And another way how I use YouTube videos is to explain the main ideas of a topic. And finally, let me tell you that we can use YouTube videos as a tool for a flipped classroom. If we will use this technique, so you can assign some videos that students can watch at home uh, previously to the lesson that we are going to teach the next day. So in that way, they can get some ideas about the topic that will be discussed, and they are going to be ready to participate in the class. So there are some ways how I use YouTube videos in my lessons.
That's great because that is going to help us a lot, because as you were mentioning, there are a lot of ways that we can use the YouTube as in this case in our lessons.
Okay, Kevin, thank you for sharing your ideas about this interesting aspect. And now let's talk about the benefits of using YouTube. So that's why the next question says, what are the benefits of using YouTube as an educational tool in the classroom? What can you tell us about this question?
Well, that is actually a great question because there are a lot of benefits when it comes to using YouTube as an educational tool in the classroom, because as you were mentioning, you can use it for different up. So that is an important thing because we can motivate students. So the benefits is that we can motivate students throughout different videos about, let's say, like guessing movies throughout technologies. So we can motivate students. We can also look for different videos about different topics that they are interested. Let's say that they like animals or different movies or music. So we can use it to our advantage. So that is one of the benefits. And also we can look for different videos, for example, to explain concepts. So we can provide different visual resources throughout this multimedia content because if we explain only about, for example, using the whiteboard, it is going to be great. However, we can use YouTube to improve the explanation that we are giving. So I think those are some of the benefits. And now, what do you think about the benefits of using YouTube as an educational tool in the classroom?
Well, I think that there are a lot of benefits of using YouTube in the classroom. One benefit that I can mention is the access to a very big variety of content because, as you know, YouTube offers variety of videos covering different subjects: math, science, English, social studies, and more. So it makes easy for teachers to find relevant material that they can use for their lessons. Another benefit that I can mention is uh, the ability to use YouTube as part of the visual learning or visual teaching because the videos can promote that the students can understand things better and that they can like remember the information easily by watching a video. And another benefit is that it offers a flexible learning because the students can learn at their own pace. They can replay the videos as many times as needed. So they can check if they are understanding what they are learning, or if it is necessary that they listen or to the information, or if they need to watch the video again in order to understand what they are learning about. And finally, I can say that another benefit of using YouTube is the interactive learning that we can get from the videos because as you know, there are a lot of channels, and now there are a lot of educational channels in which the students can participate through comments or sometimes there are some live videos so they can join and participate at the moment by sharing their ideas. So I think that there are a lot of benefits of using YouTube as an educational tool in the classroom. Now, Kevin, as you know, uh, so YouTube is a very good tool, but there are some challenges that we can face. So that's why the next question that we have here in the discussion is, what challenges do educators face when using YouTube as a teaching resource? What do you think?
Well, that is another important question because we have to understand that YouTube offers a lot of videos. However, we have to watch the video so we can look for the content that is reliable so we can use it. So, for example, we have to look for uh, different channels that we consider that are reliable. So we have to watch the video. So all the information that we're going to be presenting to our students is going to be of good quality because we already know about it. And another challenge would be that sometimes, for example, there is advertisement. So we have to take into account that sometimes advertisement can be a little bit distracting to students. And also, for example, when we have to play a YouTube video, the YouTube video offers like different options. So there are other options that might not be like kind of adequate or is not related to that topic that we are going to be teaching at the moment. So that could be the challenge, looking for reliable resources, watching the content, and also as educators, we have to spend more time because we have to watch the videos. So that is another important challenge. And the last one that I would say is that it offers a lot of advertisement, so it could be also another challenge. And what do you think about this question?
Well, I agree with you when you say that that no all the content is reliable. As you know, not all the videos that are available on YouTube are reliable. So it's important that we, as educators, like review the content before we share it to the students, because in that way we are sure that the content is the one that we need in order to explain the topic that we are teaching, and that the information is reliable. And another challenge that I can mention is the time that the students spend using their computers when they watch YouTube videos. This is something that can affect their health, especially their eyes, and they can like watch a lot of videos, so it can be like a time consuming activity. So I think that it is necessary that there is a balance in the way we use YouTube in order to um, not spending a lot of time doing this. And something else that I can mention is that another challenge that the students that we can face as educators is the internet accessibility. As you know, not all the students have a good internet access at home, or sometimes the internet connection is not stable. So this is something that can affect the students when they are using this type of resources. So they are some of the challenges that I can mention that we can face when we use YouTube as a teaching resource. So now, Kevin, let's go to the next question. So, you know, it's important that we can integrate and implement these tools in our teaching practices. So that's why we have this important question that we can answer and that we have to answer. And this question says, what are some tips to use YouTube in the educational field? So, what can you share about this question?
Well, in this case, about this question, I would consider that as educators, once we have watched the videos, we create a playlist. Let's say that we are teaching about a specific topic. So we can start like organizing a playlist with the different videos. And most important, as you were mentioning, that one of the challenges is also about taking care of the students, of their health. So it is important to look for videos that are kind of short, but those videos that are very concise and they can explain the topic in a short time. So I would say creating a playlist and looking for videos that are not very long, and also look for different channels that, for example, offer educational videos. So we know that the content that they're going to be creating, it is going to be reliable. There are different channels about geography, about teaching English, so we can organize and we can identify those channels so we can provide a good quality of education to students, and also look for different videos that are motivating for students. So those are the tips that I would consider. And what do you think about this question?
Well, I like the tips that you were sharing, and I agree with the idea that we have to like review the videos before we assign them, right? So in that way, we are going to be sure that the content is reliable. Another tip that I can share is that we can add some like interactive elements when using YouTube videos. For example, we can use some platforms that can let us add questions to the videos. For example, one that I can mention is Edpuzzle. So when you use Edpuzzle, you can choose a video from YouTube and you can decide like in which part of the video you want to add a question that the students have to answer. And I think that this type of activity adds like a purpose to watch the video. And that's something important that we need to consider. And talking about that, it's important that if the students are going to watch a video, we need to tell them what is the purpose of watching that video at the beginning before they start watching the video. So in that way, they are going to pay attention. They can take some notes, and they can share their ideas later. And another thing is that we can use, as I mentioned previously in one of the questions, we can use YouTube videos as part of the flipped classroom model or technique. So we can assign videos for homework in order to introduce concepts or the topics. So in that way, it is going to allow students to have like a deeper discussion in the class, and they are going to have enough time in order to work on activities related to the content that they already review at home. And something else that we need to consider as educators is that we need to choose short videos. Okay, so because if we use a video that lasts, for example, 20 minutes, it is going to be boring or tiring for the students to watch these kind of videos. But if we use a short one, so they are going to be engaged to the video, and they are going to enjoy this type of activities. So there are some tips that I can share. So I don't know, what do you think about this discussion?
Well, I think this discussion has been great because we have been sharing a lot of things that we have to take into account as educators, and most important, to use YouTube as an educational resource. That is my answer about it.
Thank you, Kevin, for sharing. So, in conclusion, we can say that YouTube provides an excellent opportunity for educators to enhance their teaching and engage students in a lot of meaningful ways. Okay, but it's important that we consider all the tips that we were sharing in this discussion in order to use this resource in the best way. And so we want to invite you to use and try YouTube as an educational resource, and you will see that your students are going to enjoy your lessons. So that's all for today. So, Kevin, thank you for being here and for sharing your ideas about the different questions that we were discussing.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for having me, and see you next time. Bye bye.
Bye bye.